the idea that maybe this was all part of some extraordinary grand design is, those thoughts have to go through your mind. Like it's too interesting of a perspective not to kind of go down that road, I think. So, but it is like this is what we are pursuing right now. We are going to learn so much, in the years ahead. And I absolutely believe we were destined to do this, to go out, to explore, and to seek out a lot of those answers. And they're waiting for us.
What is all of this exploration of the great beyond and the mysteries that intertwine all of it? How does that affect your relationship with a creator, with God? What does the mysteries of the universe unravel tell you? All great minds that have thought of these things or reached for the stars eventually come to some realization about their relationship with the creator.
I'll tell you, I've been to space twice, and I think it's very hard to be there and not be somewhat spiritual, because you just have an appreciation for, how small we are in the grand scheme of things, like the enormity of what's around us, and like it had to have all started like somewhere, right? We don't have, an answer for that right now. So the idea that maybe this was all part of some extraordinary grand design is, those thoughts have to go through your mind. Like it's too interesting of a perspective not to kind of go down that road, I think. So, but it is like this is what we are pursuing right now. We are going to learn so much, in the years ahead. And I absolutely believe we were destined to do this, to go out, to explore, and to seek out a lot of those answers. And they're waiting for us.
Yeah. On stage at an event last fall, you said that that Charlie Kirk's life helped you sort of reimagine or reconnect with your faith.
Yep.
And to start reading the Bible again. I'm wondering, how does that affect your day-to-day here at NASA?
Well, I think it's only more motivating. In fact, if you go back and I feel like I've read every book from the from the Great Space Race, from every one of those astronauts, and a lot of them will tell you that going into space only like reinforced their beliefs. And I think that's very much the same way now, for sure. I think what happened to Charlie was impactful to, anyone who saw what went down and know what he stood for, who had listened to him. And absolutely, I said it when we were there at the Turning Point event. That was that was the first time in probably decades that I started to read the Bible, and I still do. I don't think that would have happened. I don't think I would have had that, that calling in that moment had it not been for what happened to Charlie.
This is an unbelievable calling. What would be the final discovery that you would like? What would be your legacy here? Because this is the first time that in my lifetime there's been an inspirational NASA administrator that actually wishes to once again reinvigorate. I could like the energy is just kind of bouncing off of you as we sit here in the shadow, really, of the Artemis and what's to come. It's been inspiring. I've never seen it before.
Well, I went to every one of the NASA centers. I met with our workforce. I get information constantly. Like, I want to hear from our nation's best and brightest. What's working so we can do more of it, and what's broken so I can fix it and clear it out of the way and really unleash their potential. And a lot of them asked me that same question. They said, what do you want your legacy to be at NASA? I was like, well, I could give you the lazy answer, which is, I want to oversee America's return to the moon. That is luck and timing to be nominated by President Trump when you have the mandate and you have the resources to actually make it possible. Like, to me, I was like, what I want my legacy to be, I want to make sure all of our resources here are concentrated on the real needle movers, why this agency exists in the first place, and I want to clear out all of the bureaucracy, all of the obstacles that impede your progress and unleash you. And if we can do that, well, then building a moon base is going to seem pale in comparison to what we are capable of doing in the years ahead. That's my promise to the workforce.
Final question. You're a huge Star Wars fan.
Yes.
It's kind of be like a childhood dream coming true. Because you're like actually doing Star Wars.
Like this has been my dream since kindergarten. I always wanted to be an astronaut. I became a pilot because I thought that was as good as it was going to get. You know, I used to, when you watch Nickelodeon in the 80s, every game show, like the end of it was like, and the first place winner gets an all expense paid trip to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama on a Delta airline, right? And I was like, I'm going to space camp. And then I watched the movie Space Camp. I am absolutely living the dream. I'm incredibly grateful to President Trump for putting me in this position, giving me the resources, the team, the mandate to get the job done, to return American astronauts to the moon, to build the moon base, and do all the other exciting things like getting ready for Mars. It's awesome.
All here from Yavin 4. I mean, you're literally living the Star Wars. You're actually doing it in real life. It's like pretty.
I am 100% living the dream.
Oh man. In conclusion, what's your final message about what we're going to see tomorrow, hopefully, with this launch? What can people prepare for?
I think you're seeing the beginning. I really, and I'll tell you, the astronauts, so Reed and Victor and Christina and Jeremy, who are on this mission, they believe that too. When they were asked, what do they want their mission to be remembered by, they said, we hope that it's forgotten. And I was like, no, you know, I understand why you're saying that, because you know it's the beginning of a very grand journey, but they will be remembered. They will be remembered for igniting this, to getting it going again, for America returning to the lunar environment and all the exciting missions to come, including American astronauts getting back to the surface, building the base. So this time when we go to stay.
Oh man. It's history in the making.
It sure is.
History in the making. Thank you, Mr. Administrator.
Thank you, Benny. It's great
Jared
to see you
Isaacman,
again, buddy.
The man who is making space great again, and it is inspirational. You are in your element here, man. It's so cool.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out and visiting. You're gonna love what we're gonna do tomorrow.